All right. Well, good morning. All right. Sorry about that. Good morning, Checkmate crew. It is 10 minutes before the opening bell of New York Stock Exchange. Right now, it is almost 9:20 a.m. Eastern Time on this Tuesday, Valentine's Day, February 14th, 2023. Yours truly, Mickey Blindside here with your market memo. Sorry, guys. Today, I had to go a little bit earlier than expected. I have an overseas phone call that I need to take during our regular scheduled time. So I had to make a little adjustment on the schedule. So bear with me here. Also, too, today, some of our streaming platforms were lagging behind today. So I hope you guys hear me clearly. Anyway, let's get right down to business. Okay, I still wanted to meet you all today. That's my commitment to you guys, and bring you guys what's going on. Today we had the CPI report. We've been, anticipating this one for a while. It came in, at around 0.4%. For all items less food and energy. That's the core. And that was for January. So, the annualized is about 6.4%, which is just in line. I mean, it's pretty much in line with what happened last month. I haven't actually taken a look at this myself in great detail, which I will tonight. But it looks like a lot of that inflation came from utility gas services. We had some medical, expenses still keep going up. Fuel, gasoline, energy, no surprises there. Really, one of the things that the Fed was looking at was shelter. And we see shelter is not really coming. I mean, it is. It's not. I mean, I guess it's not going up, but this is a number that they wanted to see going down. Okay. Well, we shall see. Now, what's the most important thing out of all of this is the bond market reaction to all of this, okay? So let's take a look at the bond market and see what's going on with that. It looks like, well, let's just look at the 1 minute. I don't like looking at the 1 minute. You know me, guys. I don't like looking at the small time frames, but just to see what the initial reaction is. So it looks like it's actually a muted reaction. It looks like it's a big nothing. We'll see when the cash market opens. The market opens in about 8 minutes. I guess we'll see it together. And we will go from there. I'm sure in the first a few minutes or so, we might see some action back and forth in the market. But initially, we're not seeing that much of a move. By the way, the yield curve inversion is getting even more inverted. That trade is getting more and more crowded. The CFTC report hasn't updated in a while because their data providers are going through some hacks. So I haven't been able to get any CFTC, the Commitment of Traders report for a couple of weeks now. But if these yield if the 10-2, if that is any indication, I think this trade is getting more and more crowded, and that's fairly. It's not uncommon to see that in the bond market, actually. Okay, so. Hopefully that CLT report, that Commitment of Traders report, becomes available again. And if not, well, that will be a problem. Okay, so we'll deal with it, when the time comes. Okay. Second, you know what? I just realized we haven't updated our junk bonds ADL line in a while. Let's go ahead and do that, okay? We'll go ahead and do that together. This is the junk bonds ADL line. This is what I use. You know, it has been a while. I've been busy all week, so I haven't really been able to do this. Let's actually go ahead and do this together. Oh, look at that. On the 10th, so let's go ahead and update all this. I just do it manually like this every day for you guys. I just didn't do it for Friday and for yesterday's session. Let's go ahead and just see what's going on. Bear with me here. Okay, there we go. What is it? Minus. Okay, so we had heavy declines in that. SPX close. So I always get the close of the S&P 500 from the Wall Street Journal. And 4090.46. There we go. And then we also had the 13th, which was yesterday. Let's see. You get to see what I do at night. This is what I do at night every day. This is where battles are won and lost. Is in the preparation. Is when everybody's asleep. I noticed that is the best time to get your best thoughts out there. Funny how that works. A lot of people actually do that. A lot of really successful people wake up really early and they do all their planning and their high IQ stuff when everybody's asleep. Kind of ironic, really, if you think about it. Okay, and a small decline yesterday. Okay, so that's not that bad. That's not that bad. Overall, it's about the overall picture, though. The overall picture, remember, we've already saw 4 days in a row of declines last week. Remember that? So now we're getting even more. So what is that now? Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days in a row. 7 sessions in a row of minuses, declines over advances, okay? And here's a chart of that. I'm going to have to update this. Let's 4465. Okay. 4465. Let's just update it real quick. 65 means this is going to be a 3 and a 5. 3, 5. And this also is going to be a 3 and a 5. Boom. Oops. 3 and 5. Okay. So at least this one is updated. Let's get a better look. This one. I have all these date ranges. I should have just updated this one first. And there we go. Hopefully that should give us enough color just for today. Okay, so there we go. This is the 3-month one. Okay, so as you can see, we are declining. All right, more so than the S&P 500 is. So we're seeing a little bit of a divergence now in the junk bonds ADL line. Okay, and with the stock market, with overall risk assets. Okay, and so this has been my reason why I'm holding back on doing any type of big buying. Although SILJ is getting really close, the silver miners are getting really close to our buy level, guys. It's getting really close. So I hope we see a little bit. Oh, even GDX, that GDX level, is we're getting close. We're getting really close. Okay. If that hits, we go. All right. I'm still gonna go with this. I'm gonna leg into that one. Okay, and we'll leg into it a little bit by little. Gold still hasn't really reached this level yet. So we are. I mean, we did talk about the yield inversion trade and that it's going to blow up in people's faces. We've been anticipating that for a while, and I think it's going to happen closer to March, April. March is only a few weeks away, by the way, guys. So it's only like 3 weeks away. So, I mean, this is going to happen soon. But it may consolidate first before making that final leg down. I don't know. I mean, nobody knows. You don't know. I don't know. Nobody knows. So, but this trade is this yield inversion trade is going to blow up in people's faces, and when it does, I think it's going to send the markets a little bit of a deeper pullback. We haven't really had. I mean, if you really think about it, guys, we really haven't had a deep pullback in the markets in a while, actually, in a long time. I mean, if you consider like these days right here, like Thursday or something like that, if you consider that to be a deep pullback, then I would say no, that is not a deep pullback at all. Okay, a deep pullback would be like, we could still maintain our uptrend even if we get to, like, let's say 3,900 or so. Okay, we could get to 3,900 and still remain in an uptrend. All right, that would be a deep pullback. Okay, there we go. The market is open now. The cash market is open. Let's see what's going on here. What's the initial reaction? Oh, the VIX is creeping back up again. We're back to. Are we back to negative territory? We're back to negative territory again. Wow, good for the market. Okay, so that means this trade might trigger soon. Okay, it may trigger soon. This is a little bit earlier than I expected, actually, with all this yield inversion stuff going on. I don't know. I might have to hold back on this purchase. Although, I mean, like I said, if it gets under that 10, it starts getting really attractive. So, you know what? I'm going to stick to my plan. If it gets under the 10, I'm going to start legging in. I'm going to buy like a third position right there. And then I will triple up if, around March, April, if we get any lower than that. Okay. So rather than going in with a full position size on the first order, I'm going to go with a third, and then I'll go 2/3 afterwards in March, April. Okay, so a little tweak of the plan, so to speak. MOS is another name in our plan. Ooh, MOS is pulling back too, guys. Remember I told you MOS is we may see a pullback. Some of you guys jumped the gun on this. Some of you guys bought in when it was at 50 bucks, or when it was at like $49.99. Guys, this is why we wait, okay? Patience and discipline. Those are my two favorite words, right? This is why we exercise patience and discipline, okay? MOS, I'm still looking to get in, all right? Let's take a look at some of the foreign currencies and see what's going on. I don't know what's going on with the dollar. The dollar is just kind of like stuck in this like no man's land. It got here, now it's stuck. Now it's trying to make, I don't know, maybe make a move up. Maybe this is a consolidation before a move up. I mean, I wouldn't mind. I still got those UUP calls, to hedge my quad U shares, my uranium shares. So, I mean, I wouldn't mind one bit if we had a little VIX, a dollar spike. So that I'm sure if the dollar spikes, I'm sure the VIX VIX may spike as well too. But anyway, if the dollar spikes, I mean that will give me a clean exit out of those hedges. I wouldn't mind that one bit, actually. Euro, ooh, look at that nasty reversal in the euro. That is nasty looking. Okay, so if we start seeing this coming down, again, I think this is, we talked about this before, the euro, the British pound, the Japanese yen. These are all risk on indicators that we've been using. So yeah, I mean, it looks like the dollar is advancing with all of those. The Australian dollar is also, it looks like it's also paring back. How's the Hang Seng doing? Especially recently with all that Chat GPT, AI, Baidu, all that like hysteria that's going on. Ah, look at that. It looks like that hysteria, that Baidu AI hysteria, looks like that was a local top. Imagine that. So all that retail chasing that money. This is why I tell you guys the news is not your friend. Okay. I'm sure a lot of people jumped into Baidu thinking that it was going to be, all sunshine and roses and flowers. Yeah, look at that. That was the top. Literally when all that Baidu and I think theirs is called Ernie or something like that. Or whatever. Well, yeah, so after all that, I mean, that's no bueno, okay? So all those people now, they're trapped. trapped. If we get up there, I mean, we could see a lot of people wanting to still exit at break even. So who knows? That might be a local top for a couple of weeks now for Baidu. We shall see. Okay, so that's that. So we took a look at our junk bonds ADL line. Our junk bonds ADL line is curling down. Let's take a look at the New York Stock Exchange high-low. Let's see here. The high-low line is still actually going up, so that's interesting. As if the market pulls back and this just keeps going up, that would be very interesting. Okay, that would just make the buy the dip case even stronger. And again, I fully do intend to buy the dip in either small caps Russell or in the QQQ, the NASDAQ. Once that yield inversion trade blows up in people's faces and we have a decent pullback, I'm definitely getting in. That is definitely going to be a buy the dip, especially if all of our liquidity internal data is still going up. So if our junk bonds ADL line makes a higher low, which it could, I mean, it can come down pretty significantly and still make a higher low. And at the same time, if our New York high low line makes a higher low or still keeps curling up, boom, that would be the buy signal right there. Okay, but not yet. Not yet. Patience and discipline. Patience and discipline. It will happen. It will. I think it's gonna happen. I see it more and more. It's gonna happen. But you just have to wait. Okay, these things take weeks, especially anything from the bond market. It takes weeks to uncover. Okay, so let's exercise some patience here. Okay, all right. Now, as we always do, I like to go over crypto. Let's go over some crypto. Let's see here. History, bookmarks. Okay, there we go. Let's take a look at what's going on. OI dropped. Look at that. OIs are dropping. We're not as high. Well, it's not dropping hard, but it is dropping. We got some block combo trades. Block combo, regular trades, of course, retail dominates. Block trades, calls sold. It looks like calls sold and put spot. Ooh, look at that. Calls sold, put spot on Ethereum and on block trades. We've got call diagonal calendar spreads. Retail is the biggest segment is buying calls. Interesting. All right. Let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin also, OI is tapering off. It looks like it was at 6.1. Remember, 6.1 was 6.2 billion. Now it's at what, 5.9? Okay, so we're starting to see that coming down a bit. Regular trades at 63, of course. Retail dominated. Retail is again in the call side, buying, selling. Block trades are a little bit more equal on Bitcoin, but still heavily dominated by calls. It looks like call sold, puts bought make up more than half of all the block trades, and then also call diagonal spreads are in play. Let's take a look at what's going on as far as block trades are concerned. With OI coming down, I guess a lot of that OI could have been the CPI report. Maybe it was that. Sometimes Deribit is like this. Sometimes around market open time on the New York Stock Exchange, Deribit will be extremely slow. Probably because a lot of people are trying to get in. All right. It would be nice if this pulls up. Well, I'll have it on the side, and if it pulls up, we'll go over it, okay? So again, my plans, MOS, I'm still looking for an entry into MOS. SILJ, I'm still looking for an interest into SILJ. Ooh, it's getting closer. Getting closer. Okay. Now we're getting hot. Okay, so when it gets to that 987 or so, I want to get alerted right around here. Create an alert at or below. There we go. Boom. Okay. I want to get an alert right there. And that is where I'll start looking for some action on The options market. Speaking of which, what looks good right now? January 2025, definitely January 2025. So if we get there, the nines. So that would be 230 as a difference. So that would be what, 160? That's 390 or so. I'd like to get that around closer to 330 or less. I always like to do a third of whatever 100 shares would have been per contract. I like to get 3-to-1 leverage, and then I sell poor man's covered calls. Yeah, that's what looks good right now. If we can get there, though, that would be good. Actually, I think this is around 3 now. No, it's not. There's a 220, 120. So there's about 360 now in the middle. Okay. We'll see. Deribit is not loading up right now. So, okay. So in a nutshell, that is still my plan. Nothing really has changed. I still think that yield inversion trade is going to blow up in people's faces soon. Oh, speaking of which, wow, look at that. Our FLNG. Wow, look at that, guys. Our FLNG. Oh, money. We're at break even now again. Money. I knew it. Money, son. All right, there we go. Okay, we're getting some action on FLNG now. We're getting some action. Finally, we're getting some action. Let's take a look at oil. Is anything going on in oil? Nope, languishing. Okay, so again, guys, what did I say? Planting season, guys. Planting season. That's when we're going to start making moves in commodities again. Planting season. Natural gas. Look at that. It's forming a little base there. Let's see what happens. Okay, let's see what happens. You know the place I'm trying to get it to. CPG. CPG's not really pulling back all that much. Antero. Interesting. Okay. We'll see what happens. But as we get closer to planting season, I think that's when the opportunity will be ripe. I think that's when MOS will be ripe too. Okay, planting season. We're not that far away from planting season. We're only maybe a month and a half away from it. So again, patience and discipline. All right. Anything you guys want to look at? Is there anything you guys want to look at? Any questions, comments, rude remarks? This is your time. Going once, going twice. All right. Well, then in that case, sold. In that case, we'll wrap up our session of the Morning Market Memo. Our Discord invitation link is in the video description below. Come join our Discord. Be a part of our growing community. There's no sub fees, no paywalls. It's of the people, by the people, for the people. And if you enjoyed our video, hit like, follow, subscribe, comment. Show us some love, baby. All right. In that case, I will be back on tomorrow and Thursday, hopefully regular time, 30 minutes after the opening bell of the New York Stock Exchange at 10 a.m. Eastern time. I hope to see you guys then. Trade safe.